Hey, I just wanted to drop in and give you an update. I've had all kinds of exciting new news pop up since I last loaded a video on YouTube. And yeah, so I guess first of all, you can see we've been packing and I've been selling everything. And our house is getting pretty bare now. But the more exciting news, other than just talking about packing, is I have been trying to secure our housing. And I did have a place, or I still do technically, but it's not completely locked in. In this house, we would be long term renting it. Original discussions were for 3 months because that's how long you can stay in Costa Rica before you need to do a border run. And it's a house that is currently for sale. And I am getting to a point, I promise. But we were very interested in that particular house because it was next door to a lot that was for sale that we were interested in.
So this is the nice little one-bedroom house here on the property. It's really well built. This is cement block construction with hardwoods. Nice. This is the house here.
Possibly purchasing. If we live down there and we loved it like we think we will, and if our property here in the States sells. And so just a lot of ifs, and if things lined up, then we were very interested in that property. Well, it turns out that this week that property sold. Womp womp womp. So, I don't know, like for some reason it was like a little bit of the excitement over the rental house went away. Just knowing like, oh gosh, that property sold. It sold for more than what we thought it would sell for. And we're possibly priced out of that area. It's been inflating a lot, just like it has been in the States. And that area in particular seems to be inflating, and the prices are just going up, and there's very low inventory, which is driving up the prices for the gringo housing market. And yeah, we might have missed the boat on that spot. So, but we can still rent the place out if we want, unless the thing sells before we even get down there. So, I kind of just got back on the computer and started looking around, and I found out that there was this thing called house sitting. And it's just like babysitting or pet sitting, but for houses, and usually for houses with pets. So, as a lot of you know, we are Airbnb hosts, have been for almost 3 years now, for a couple of different properties, and we've also been pet sitting on Rover. And it works just like Airbnb, except people bring their dogs to our house. It's a similar app. There's a map function and a pricing filter and all kinds of filters you can go through. And we go and mark on there that we're available for pet sitting on these dates. And it just so happens that someone else is visiting town or leaving town that lives here. And they get up there, they see all the profiles of available pet sitters, and then they've booked us. And so we've had a stream of doggies coming through our house for some time now. And our kids love it, of course. And they've been exposed to a lot of different sizes and breeds that way. And anyway, I find out about this house sitting, which is basically pet sitting, but getting to live in someone's house for free while you make sure their dogs are happy and played with and walked and fed and watered, and they get their pills if they need them or whatnot. And you keep that house occupied so that no one notices that the house is empty, which would leave it vulnerable to some burglary probably, especially in a country like Costa Rica, which is amazing, but it does have an issue with some petty theft and also squatters. That's a big issue down there. And so you don't want to, leave for 3 months, 6 months, or longer, however long you need to leave and go back to the States or whatever country you're from and deal with some business. Um, Maybe you're sick, maybe a family member's sick, maybe your job makes you leave somewhere, and then come back to find out someone's been squatting on your property and now they're contesting for rights for it, because this is the thing that happens. So you just don't leave your property unattended down there. And so there's a hot market for house sitting. And we seem like, I think, the perfect people to do that because of this, years of experience with dogs and pet sitting other dogs. Our kids are totally used to it. They know how to approach all different kinds of dogs and personalities and breeds and sizes. And we have been basically managing houses for other people. I mean, we technically own them, but we never live in them. And we're just constantly making sure that they are nice and tidy and clean. And the kids are always with us when we clean them. So they've been raised in this environment of not messing anything up and helping us. And so anyway, yeah, so it's a thing. So I posted in, there's 2 different Facebook groups I found, and I made an ad for our family. And I also downloaded the Trusted House Sitters app and paid the annual fee for that. And I got gigs like in 24 hours. Amazing gigs. So this is the news I've been building up to for 6 minutes now. Sorry, I'm so long-winded. But yeah, so I've got my first gig in July in this cute little beach town. I don't know how much details I should give. Yeah, I don't know how cool that is because I don't want to leave anyone else's property vulnerable or anything. But yeah, it's gorgeous and like constructed out of bamboo. Oh, hold on, gotta go. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, this is so crazy. So that interruption where my kids were yelling and saying, "Mom, there's someone here," that was a random neighbor that I just met, like in our neighborhood 2 weeks ago. Not even that, like less than that. And, in chit-chatting, tell her we're moving to Costa Rica, find out that she is like childhood friends with the guy who owned the gorgeous, like luxury villa resort on the mountainside overlooking like the wave that my husband daydreams that he could live on for the rest of his life. And he's very sick. So there's that. And not that we could ever afford that villa. Jeez, I think it's got to be millions of dollars. But she's telling him about us and that we were moving there. And then he mentions that there's a lot right next door to him. And that guy is ready to sell it, and so to text him and get that connection and see. I mean, I don't know if we can afford it, but whatever it's going for, but maybe we can. Maybe this is how it works. It's constant, you guys. It's constant like this. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. All this like just cool, like what manifestation that's happening here. Yeah, so I put this ad out into the world, and I'm going to sound super woo-woo here, like hippy-dippy woo-woo, just brace yourself, here it goes. And so I put this ad out, and that's part of manifestation. You have to do the work first, right? You can't just like daydream and then poof, things happen. I did the work. But then later in the evening, as I was kind of like thinking about it more and looking at my empty inbox on the app, and was just like, this is a pipe dream. This isn't real. People don't really let you stay in their gorgeous jungle houses on the beach, on mountainsides with waterfalls. Like, and that just doesn't happen, right? Really? Where's the catch? And like, surely there's tons of other like more experienced people that get these gigs or something. And then I recognize that negativity, and as I am not a negative person, and so I recognize it, and I was like, nope, some good vibes. I need to manifest this to happen. I just really feel like I need to sit here for like an hour and think super positively about this and just like put like good energy wavelengths, for lack of a better word. I mean, I don't know like how conscious I'm trying to verbalize this feeling I had. I mean, I wasn't thinking these words exactly, but I just had this feeling of like, stop it, Meg. Good energy for like the next hour. Just give it an hour of just like sinking in and like let's picture this coming true and this happening. And like 45 minutes later, ding, notification. Dream house. Total freaking dream house. Dream area. Like, here you go. And had this conversation and I vetted her out and it's a real house, it's a real thing. It like was one of those things where it sounded like too good to be true, and you know, and you have to be kind of careful with situations like that. But no, this is a real thing. We're going to be chatting on Zoom soon or Skype, and then when it happened, my mind was completely blown. So I go and I message like my 4 closest people in my life, my best friend and some family members, and I'm like freaking out over this, right? I'm like, oh my God, look at these pictures, look at this video. Can you believe this? She's gonna let us live here for free. Um, and I joked. I said, I said, now all I need to learn how to do is how to manifest a free car. And I joked, I did the same joke to all 4 people, right? And then, ding, she says, oh, and don't worry about getting a car right off the bat because I'd mentioned, like, I know we need to buy a car, blah, 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 blah. She's like, you can use ours. What? I manifested that via a joke, right? You guys. It's a crazy world. So anyway, that happened, and then since then, I've had 2 more conversations with people that I don't have hard dates attached to them yet, but we're starting the relationship, you know, and finding out things about them, and 2 more dreamy things. I mean, one is like in a mountainside, and 100 feet from the front door is a swimming hole and a waterfall. What? And it's driving distance to a cool wave for Jeremy to surf. And then the other one is on the Caribbean, also in a cool surf spot on the beach. Like, what? And she's had like the same sitter for years, but this year her sitter can't do it, and so she's looking for a new sitter. And she seems to like me, and it looks like I'm probably going to get it, but she's just kind of double checking one last time with her old sitter to make sure. But I'm like, this is a thing, you guys. It's a thing. I'm so excited. I'm like internally just shaking, like this high vibration. I'm just like all the time. Yeah. So and just I don't know. Things just keep linking up, and it feels really cool. I mean, just that. I just got interrupted to go talk to basically a complete stranger that I've talked to for 10 minutes to be like, oh, here's dream property for sale. Here's the phone number. Check it out. They're waiting for your call. Like, what? Oh, man. If anything, you know, and it may not be something we can afford, but anything, like, that's a contact, you know, that basically is 2 contacts that we would make in our area that we are hoping to move to permanently. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like a cool wavelength happening right now. And I know I sound like a total nut, but that's what it feels like. So, I'm excited. I need to go and declutter some more things. I've sold 2 things already today on Marketplace. But there's a lot more work to be done because we're going to be moving a lot. Like the first house sitting gig is 2 weeks. Sometimes these things are months. Sometimes there's a year-long house sit, apparently. But usually it's like 2 to 4 to 6 weeks is how long people need people for to take their own vacations and do what they need to do. So, I mean, we're going to be moving a lot. Like, even more than I thought. I already thought it was going to be a lot of moving if we were, like, going to stay somewhere for 3 months and stay somewhere for 3 months. But now we're probably going to be moving more. And, like, the idea behind what we're doing is shifting. So, you know, we might be house sitting in Nicaragua or Colombia or Ecuador, Panama. Cool. You know, like just hop around and we get to like see all the different regions of Costa Rica, not just these big like surfer locales where my husband goes all the time, but like go up into like the what do you call it, the cloud forest up in the mountains, and get on some like volcano lakes and all kinds of different areas and places even he hasn't been, because he has thoroughly done the coastlines of all these countries. But yeah, it's cool stuff. Oh, this is my stoked face.